Now let's look at variables in PHP. When we say variable in programming, what do we mean? We mean variables in PHP. Variable is a container that stores or houses some data, values, or specific information. Let me repeat again. I said variable is a container that stores or houses some data, values, or specific information. These values can be used later in the program. These values you have been stored or that have been stored in those variables can be used or can be reused in the program in the future. While your program is being developed, when you keep having a larger program, those variables can be later used when the application become or when the application gets robust. You can make use of this variable back. So in PHP, you create variable with a dollar sign. You start creating of a variable using the dollar symbol, followed by the desired name of the variable you wish to use. Variable can be anything. A variable can be book, can be biro, can be name, can be age, can be car, can be type of car. Variable can be anything. So variable are containers that holds our data. Think of variable as a container for storing data. This is the usage example below. When you have declared your PHP, your script, look at this variable that I marked in blue. I said greetings is equals to hello tech in tech. After finishing that line, I use semicolon. Note that this hello tech in tech is in a quote. Anytime you assign a text like a write-up to a variable in PHP, you have to put quotes around them. Anytime you use text, anytime you assign a text value to a variable in PHP, you have to surround them with a quote, double quotes precisely. So greetings here, greetings, dollar greetings is a variable. We created variable name which is greetings is equals to hello tech in tech. This hello tech in tech is in quote. So that is one variable. We have another variable here, dollar $x is equals to 5, dollar $y is equals to 10.5, dollar total balance is equals to 300.00, dollar account number is equals to 211 dollar age is equals to 51. What did you notice here? If you notice, we didn't surround dollar $x which is equals to 5. We assign 5 to variable x. We didn't surround 5 with a quote because it is a specific value. You cannot be writing 5 as a quote in a normal programming setting. 5 is a number value, but hello tech in tech is a text value. They are statements or they are words. So we need to surround them in a quote. But variables like once you surround this 5 in quotes, the system or the program sees it as a text value. You cannot perform any operations on those values. For example, if I put dollar $x is equals to quotes 5, I put 5 in quotes. I cannot say I want to use that variable x for mathematical calculations. It won't work because it will be seen as a text. It will not be seen as a numerical value. So that is that about variable and how to declare them. We declare variable with dollar sign with the desired variable name. dollar greetings, dollar age, dollar account number, dollar account name, dollar bank name, dollar bank, dollar school, dollar matric number. So those are kind of I'm trying to use industrial based variable namings so that anytime you are building a robust application, you'll be able to know how to choose your namings. Dollar application number, dollar email. So those are how you declare variable names. Let's proceed. When you are naming a variable, there are some specific rules you need to follow when you are creating a PHP variable name. Different programming language have their own specific rules that guide them in creating their variable names. For PHP is a loose type programming language, so there are not much strict constraints in creating a variable name. Now, one of the rules in creating a variable in PHP is one, a variable starts with a dollar sign followed by the name of the variable, which we have talked about previously before now. Two, a variable name must start with a letter or the underscore character. This is strict. Anytime you are creating a variable name, it must start with letter. It can be capital letter, it can be small letter. For example, I want to say dollar age. I'm starting with a letter. I didn't say dollar one age. I didn't say one as a numerical value and age. It won't work. You must not start a variable name with number because PHP will not allow it. It will throw you error. It will throw you error, and that is under what? Under semantic error or logic error in programming. So when you start a variable, it must be start with a letter. And if you want to have anything that will precede that letter, it can only be underscore. Underscore can precede it. You can have underscore h as a variable name. Any other thing aside underscore h or underscore any variable name you want to use, it won't work. You can just say underscore h, underscore school name, underscore bank name. Those one will work. So you can have your variable name. The variable name can only contain alphanumeric characters and underscore. The variable name can be alphanumeric. You can say age one, age and one in numeric form. That is correct. And you can say age underscore one, age underscore one. That is still correct. And you can say age after age together. Age one is correct. But you cannot say one in numeric and age, one age. That one will not work because you have violated PHP naming convention rules for variable. Variable names are case sensitive. I think we discussed that in our previous class. Variable names are case sensitive. For example, age in this lower case and age in capital letter are two different variable names. This age that is here and this age that is here, they are different. That's the rules for PHP. In some programming language, they can be seen as same. For let me say in C sharp, C hash, this age and this age are the same. But in PHP, this age and this age, they are two different variables entirely. So remember that PHP variable names are case sensitive. Because sometimes if you forgot, you will forget. It happens to everyone. It happens to me too. Sometimes I will name a variable name at the top. I might have forgotten when I need to use that variable in some of the program. And I forgot that I use this particular name. So I have to go and check what I use precisely. Because once a character change, it will throw you up error. So now we are going to write some practical very soon now. What are variables? They are variable scope. We have variable scope. I think I will do this later after today. In PHP, variable can be declared anywhere in the script. The scope of a variable is the part of the script where the variable can be referenced or used. PHP has three different variable scopes. We have the local variable scope, We have the global variable scope. We have the static variable scope. We have the global and local scope. A variable declared outside a function has a global scope and can only be accessed outside the function. For example, when we have this PHP, these are PHP normal way of starting a PHP code. Let's say we have age is equals to 5. This is a global scope variable. We have a function here, function my test. This is a way to create a function name in PHP. So we'll discuss it later, but let me just surface on it. Function my test. You now open angle round bracket and close it. Open the curly brace. Within this block, this bracket here, curly bracket here, and this close curly bracket here, this is a block. This is a block of code. This is a function from this place down to this place. We have a function that is declared here. Everything that is inside here is inside this function, my test. So when you declare this variable age outside the function, so you cannot access this age variable inside this function. You can only access them outside function here. If you access it inside the function, it's going to throw you an error. Instead of it, probably you say print age, or let me say we say echo age. It won't echo the age in here. It can only echo it outside here because you declare the variable outside the function. So you cannot use it inside the function. It is only when this variable here is declared here, somewhere here, inside this function, then you can echo it inside that function. And once you declare inside this function and echo it in this function, it is now a local variable. It is not a global variable. When we say something is global, it means all around the program you can use them, but you cannot use them in this function. So let's quickly hand on practical on this. Some of these things we just did now about variable. So remember to start your Apache server, your XAMPP server. If you have installed that on your system, start it before you can be able to. So let me try and create a new file. These are our previous tutorial. Where I can create a new file if I wish, and I can work on this place. Okay, let me work on this place. Work on this place. Now let's look at this. When I say PHP, okay, these are opening tag for PHP and closing tag for PHP. When I say channel name equals to, in quotes, tech in tech semicolon, as for finish that line, and I said echo I love I love put dot here. What's the variable name? Channel name. So, sorry. So channel name is equals to tech in tech in quotes because this is a variable that is assigned using by a text. We assign a text value to this variable. This is the text value we have here, tech in tech. To make my bigger. So yes, sorry. So this is it here. Anytime I try to echo this page, my browser, let me open my browser, localhost PHP len, which is the folder name in my XAMPP htdocs folder. What do you see? I love tech in tech. This is this is closer. You can give it a space here, space here. So there will be a space in between here. Let's refresh. I love tech in tech. You can see we are displaying what we have assigned to this variable. We are echoing it back here and concatenating it. This is a string. You know, as we said, anytime you want to display a statement, it should be in a quote. That's why we have echo. I love is in quote. Then before you can be able to show the variable, what you have in this variable, before you can be able to use it here, you have to use a dot here. Because if you leave it this way, there will be an error. So use this dot to concatenate it to join what you have here with what you have here with what you have here, which is tech in tech. So that's that about that. So now I will also write another program here. Let me write it below. This program here, let me say we have $x is equals to 5. We have $y, which is variable name, is equals to 10. We now say echo. We now say echo variable x plus variable y. This is a mathematical operation now. This is a mathematical operation. Let's run this program again and let's see what's going to happen. Tech in tech here is 15. I'm coming. I'm trying to try something here. Let me put it here. R. Right. 15 will come down. That's it. Then this program here is we have variable x and y. It is added using this operator plus. So we are adding x plus y, which means echo x plus y. So it is going to display the answer directly, because this program will have added 5 and 10 together to make 15 and echo the 15. That's why it's echoing 15 here as a result. You can see. So if you change this variable into 10 and you refresh the page, it's going to give you 20. That's why we have 20 here. We have 20 here. See. So what I want you to do now is to write a PHP program to display sum of two values, 10 plus 10, just to get it. But the answer should be displayed in this format. I'm going to write below here. Should display it like this: sum equals to sum equals to sorry equals to that 20. I want you to do it yourself. Sum should display us instead of displaying the answer this way directly by 20. It should say sum is equals to 20. It should give us something like this. Sum equals to 20. I want it to display this way. So this once you're able to do it, you can put your answer to the comment section. Thank you. So I hope I'm not too fast. So this is how we go about it. Thank you for joining us as we proceed to our next um, tutorial. Thank you.